Nourish him. Should bring him back to health.
Oh, that's funny.
Let me ask you this: is there any benefit
Only because they're
to
Jewish.
society if you do?
Yes.
It could be beneficial to you, right? Because like the Jew could have like a shit ton of money, and he's just like in a Harold and Kumar situation, where he's in the middle of nowhere. He's just like, oh, I need food. You just give him like cat food or something.
Yeah, that's very bold of you.
Cat food.
Well, if you just coerce the Jewish guy, like you
He's
invite
gonna
him into your
sue you
home,
because he
you marinate
fucked
him, and you like fuck him, right? And then you're like
What?
stuck in a relationship.
Guys, I didn't used to think it was possible for alcohol to cure your depression. It's possible. It's really possible. Like,
For
why
what?
isn't this a prescribed treatment from therapists?
For what?
Because SSRIs make you gay, and that's
Well,
what
they
want.
also make pharmaceutical companies a lot of money, right? So these doctors are drug dealers, and they're telling you, no, don't do alcohol, do this. And they give you a bottle of pills. That's going to make you find your husband unattractive and make you infertile.
Social, secular, SSRI, retarded. Social, secular, retarded, SSRI. Impotent. Nah, that's not it. Nigger. Nah, it's not. gonna work.
Inebriation.
No, it's got to end though. No. I'm trying to like make it like a thing. Social, secular, retarded. A. Why does it have to be I? The worst fucking letter.
Super sexy retardation induction.
Immigrant. Oh my god,
Yeah.
that's a good. That slaps. No,
Immigrants.
I just it blocked my content.
It blocked your content. Blocked your content.
Social, secular, retarded immigrant.
Scholars of Hadith who what's the point of racism? What do you get out of it? I don't get it.
Power.
Satisfying.
Oh yeah, maintaining.
Right?
Yeah.
Optimizing, right? Until the design is like highly refined. You can't refine it any better than German engineering.
Oh, that's true.
But
Yeah. But the problem with that is that you have more parts that can break, and they're all
That's right.
expensive and hard to
That's right.
find.
So Ancestral, we
Right,
used to
considered
think
a lot
that.
very good.
So if you look at, let's say, the top end of the car market, the supercars, right? The Bugatti Veyrons,
Yeah.
right? Most of them have German-made engine
Manufacturing,
engines.
that's right.
We used to actually think that, like, yeah, these are the guys to go to. Recently, the Chinese, I think it was
Finland. No, it's Finland.
Huh?
It's like the Finnish guy made the fastest car in the world recently.
You can
Completely
make
revolutionary.
You can make the
entire
fastest
way
car.
Look this up,
Sure,
but
yeah.
maybe before this Finnish guy, recently was, I think, Xiaomi's or BYD, one of their supercars.
Oh yeah.
Just beat a German car, like, to be the
Yeah,
fastest
so
car.
when you say but there's
in
a
that
difference
category.
between speed and quality.
Yeah, of course. No, that's what I was going to say.
We-
you can make a fast car.
You and I can't.
You could strap a jet to a Honda Civic. That doesn't mean it's going to be reliable, right?
Yeah.
That's not what you
Like-
want.
like-
what you
yeah,
want is
so-
like.
so
Let me give you an example, right? Let me give you an example.
Practicality matters
So
too
that,
when you look at
absolutely,
quality.
absolutely.
And German cars are notoriously impractical.
Impractical. That's right. But if you take a look at, like, let's say
Like, their
Lexus or
status-
something, right?
Like,
so
like I think that
Lexus.
they're especially Porsche. I love Porsche engineering, right?
Yeah, but
It looks
they're also
absolutely
trash when it comes to
fantastic.
reliability.
But
yeah, they're
at the end of the
horrible.
day, a
Horrible
Porsche
cars.
is not a reliable car.
No, it's not. And it never will be, right? It's like me being a good husband. Like, that's never going to happen. And so if you take a look at if you take a look at like Lexus, that's a proper fucking brand. They know how to get away with luxury, reliability, and quickness. You know, if you stuff a V8, you stuff a 5.1, what is the Lexus ISF? That's a 5.0 V8 that they stuffed into a sedan, and it's a reliable car, and it's luxurious. They've got it down to a fucking T. That brand is art. That brand is art.
We know Toyota's the best brand in the world.
And if you
Toyota
use code
puts
AVERAGEFRATGUY15, you can
get.
get 15% off your first purchase with Lexus.com. This conversation is brought to you by Lexus.com.
Okay, everybody wants a
Yeah.
Lexus
Yeah, but
LFA.
fat
Okay,
guy.
we get it. We get it.
The
Toyota
conversation
actually is a
was
great
that
example of a balanced standard.
right, but the conversation was basically that Joby mentioned that a lot of Americans are going to Germany to study engineering,
Yeah.
and I was a bit surprised and challenged that they should not. Instead, they should go to China because they are the ones who in our time have had the most
But I don't
engineering
know what
prowess.
China is particularly doing better, right? Like again, you're saying BYD.
Well,
right?
yeah. China's got
And
those
that's
cheap
one
electric
form of
vehicles.
engineering,
If
like
if China was
automotive.
allowed to sell those
There's others
electric
as well.
vehicles in the United States would go bankrupt. Every car manufacturer in America would go bankrupt if Chinese could sell their electric vehicles in our country. Yeah, 100%. 100%. There's a reason why everything that comes from China is a tax to the US consumer because it's a fundamental threat and it would bankrupt every fucking American company in the world.
Because it's
Well,
cheap.
Yeah, but we can't deny that China is a threat because, well, there's certain countries that have set benchmarks, such as Germany, right? But China is catching up in the sense that, like, they're learning quick, right?
Yeah.
And
Well, all they have to
eventually
do
we'll
is
probably-
retroactively engineer any of our products and then make it
Yeah.
cheaper, which is what they already
Yeah.
do with everything.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
And they own and they
Therefore, we shouldn't
control
have
and
intellectual property rights in the West.
they manufacture 85% of all antibiotics in America. Could you imagine? What the fuck is
I
that?
thought that was India.
No, it's
India
it's
does
China.
it too.
It's China.
Was it China?
India's manufacturing 85% of the bacteria, and China's making 85%.
Oh,
Yeah.
No,
but
actually,
that's the idea. Could you
I
imagine
think
if
what it
China
may be
disappears?
likely is
Go ahead.
no China may be manufacturing most of the ingredients. They call APIs. I think they call them APIs, whereas India makes the most number of pharmaceuticals.
Yeah, I'm sure they
I
do.
think
I
combine
wouldn't.
them together
Well, I
into
wouldn't trust
medicine.
any of
with-
them, but
the
no, I'm
problem with
kidding.
India is that they're being
Don't do
under. They're being that you have a reputation problem. Let's put that. Let's be clear about that. If you can fix your reputation,
Lou.
well, no, it's true. It's a shame because they,
Yeah.
they do have potential in the
Yeah.
tech industry.
Guys, let's not
No, they
talk
do,
about
yeah.
their IVF standards, guys.
Yeah, let's
no,
not
let's
talk about
that.
reality. Don't do that. Yeah. Well, there was an
I
American
think-
pilot. There's an American pilot. He goes, "Yeah, I went to India, and it's not like anyone's lying about the stereotypes. I've been to poorer countries, and in India, people just drop their pants and shit in the street." He goes, "I've been to poorer countries. They didn't do that."
No, they do actually. They just hasn't been to the poor country.
Well, no, it might be a cultural problem as well, right? Because your people need disciplining. There's like issues with groping, raping. You know, it's not just a hygienic one; it's also a perverted one.
It's overblown and
It's
it's
not.
overblown and very
It's
likely
not.
the reason all of you Americans are now PhDs on India is because the CIA is basically.
Well,
that.
no, it's because you're
Switched
giving
on.
us no. It's
The
because
CIA did this with South Korea.
stereotypes
Earlier.
do
The
not.
CIA did this with Japan earlier.
Yeah, but that's the
CIA
thing,
did
right?
this with the
Stereotypes don't write
USSR earlier.
themselves. They don't write
They have
themselves.
done this with China earlier.
We're
So
actually
telling- are you
we're
telling me-
doing the
are you
charitable
telling me
thing.
that
Go ahead.
Indian
I'm
channels-
just telling you. I'm just
hijab,
telling you.
hijab. It's not because it's not.
I
it's not
acknowledge the
Americans.
Americans are now
It's not
PhDs
the,
on
it's
India.
not the Americans that are talking about it. If you look on Indian channels,
everyone.
on YouTube, like
Yeah,
with
it's
Indian
everyone.
people, they say they have a massive issue trying to educate people not to. You even told me. You even told me it was a problem. So it's like,
No.
No,
Yeah,
no,
well,
I'm
they-
so
so I
well, they
gotta-
want
glad.
everybody
I'm
to
so
know
I gotta
glad
balance
my
this out,
country
but
doesn't have these stereotypes, man. Like, holy fuck! If I was Iranian and then we
I
had
know,
stereotypes
dude, I
about
know.
shitting in the street,
I know.
Yeah,
At least,
so let me.
well,
let me
every
just
day
point
I'm
this out.
thankful. You know, and Mexicans, for instance, they get reputation for being hard workers. That's about it. But thank God I don't look Mexican because you know I'd probably be in the back of a van somewhere, or also I would be very unattractive to a lot of women. And that's the reality. Is like stereotypes write
always
themselves.
have to go back to women.
The stereotypes. No,
No,
yeah.
that's
Well, I'm
the
horny
incorrect
24/7.
way. So
No,
that's the
I
incorrect
just took a
way,
libido
right?
pill.
Like,
But
stereotypes
no,
don't
listen,
write
stop, hold on.
Libido pill.
Stereotypes do
No,
not
you gotta
write.
let me speak.
Stereotypes
I
write
love this
themselves.
guy.
I understand you like the
Stereotypes write
attention.
themselves. No one writes them for you. Stop blaming the CIA. That's not real.
So
Fix your
what I'm
country
trying to just
instead.
say is
Fix it.
that
Just fix it.
we were talking about engineering, and Ancestral was then like suddenly interested in Indian stereotypes, which is very weird. But anyway,
No,
the
it's not
point
that.
is,
I'm saying that we were talking about because
no, it is that
we
you just
moved
did
to
it.
no,
But
no,
the
we
point
moved.
is, but the point is, the
Don't
point
get
is,
triggered.
the point is,
We
I
were
was talking
talking
about
about
Indian
Germany, and then we
pharmaceuticals.
spoke about China, then we spoke about
Yeah,
Japan,
no,
and then
we were
you
talking
said,
about
and
Indian
then you spoke about
You
pharmaceuticals,
said,
right?
don't talk
no,
about my
you
country.
spoke
Yeah.
about
And
you
and
spoke
and
about
no,
you spoke about
No.
India,
no, no,
and
no,
then
no,
I
no. Just a
rebounded on what you
second.
said.
Just a second. Just a second. Let me make this clear. We were talking about how,
You son of a bitch.
yeah, he basically said that Chinese make the 85%, but I
Of
wanted to correct
antibiotics.
him
Yeah.
and say
Not
so that it's
pharmaceuticals,
probably the
antibiotics.
precursors. It's the precursors, right? That's what it is. But
Yes.
somehow Ancestral decided that, like,
Oh, you're okay.
in his mind,
Wait,
it's
Wait, why are you
like,
being
oh
slimy
my
right
god, I
now?
think India has to.
Everyone knows India's dirty.
No,
Everybody knows
what I'm
this.
just trying to,
Everyone.
I'm just trying to say that maybe Ancestral wants a really good PR contract from the Indian government, which I can help them with. But what I'm trying to say is,
That's
what I'm
funny.
trying to say
That's
is, the reason every
God, yeah.
American becomes, and this we have seen this, like this is very well documented. Every American becomes a PhD in a geopolitical rival, is because the CIA actively works. The State Department actually actively works
Yeah.
to make sure that they demean and stereotype their
Right.
geopolitical rivals.
In
This
the same
happened
way
with
that,
China
yeah.
with China in 2015. This
Yeah.
happened with South Korea. This happened with the Japanese when they were taking over the car industry. This happened with the USSR. They even did it with the French.
Well,
Right?
yeah. But so let me get this straight.
So
The
what I'm just
reason
trying to say
the
is
reason why
that
people are
what I'm
shitting in
trying
the
to say-
street
what
in
I'm trying to
India
say
is
that,
because of
like,
the
some
CIA.
random
That's why.
It's just random pilot who just
It's a
you just
psyop.
talk to because this random
This is
pilot
psyop,
I
this
usually
is
Yeah.
talk
bullshit.
to, right?
So you're saying the
Very
reason
likely this
the
random pilot
yeah.
has never been to actually a poor
No, you're right.
country,
He's
right?
never been anywhere.
And
He's
then
not a real
secondly,
pilot.
and secondly, and
There
secondly,
is no pilot.
you know, like, if you really want to just like get an experience of the country,
Yeah.
just go there.
No, yeah, I
Just
wouldn't.
go there.
No,
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 thank
thank
you.
you.
Just go
No,
there.
thank you.
Right? Like, just go there.
No, thank you.
My point is, my
I'd
point is,
rather
but
go to
so-
what I'm just trying to point
But
out
so
is
let me
that,
ask you, right?
World.
But
what
so
I'm
let me
just
ask
trying
you.
to point
So
out to
what
you,
you're
frat
saying
guy,
is that the
what
16-year-old
I'm just trying
girl
to
getting
point out
groped
to you
by
is,
an
like,
Indian
there's a
is
war
the
going on
CIA's
for your
fault?
mind.
That's the CIA's fault.
There is a war going on for your mind.
Yeah.
You're
So
losing it.
Escape the Matrix, bro.
so the CIA is forcing Indians to
Escape the
grope
Matrix, bro.
16-year-old women and shit in the street. Is that what you're saying?
That happens in the United States as well.
It's all a
I
big
know a
psyop,
few
isn't
friends
it?
who
Yeah.
went there, and these like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
you
do
didn't
have
know
like
about
white
this?
boys were doing
crackheads in the US.
Like, remember
Yeah.
when in San
The-
Francisco?
the-
Remember when in San Francisco they were
The
going around
Indians,
like
no, in
taking
fact, it's
pictures of
actually worse
people
than that.
taking-
It's worse than that. The CIA are the Indians pretending to be Indian, and they're catcalling and raping the women and shitting in the street. The American
remember in
CIA
I believe
operatives
that.
are pretending to
homeless
be
people-
Indians.
Homeless people were just shitting on the streets.
Well, the American drug epidemic
There were
is
blood
pretty bad.
syringes all over the place. Like, you would go to a VC's office and there would be blood outside.
In the
Oh
same
my
way that
God.
the CIA forced black people to be
Remember-
criminals, the Indians were forced to be
Remember
disgusting
when the
by
wire
the
came
CIA.
out? Remember when the wire came out, and then a lot of the Americans were like, "This is not an accurate port."
Right,
People
I
had to
have
be
a
like,
lot
"No,
of
this is
beef.
actually an
I have
accurate."
Well, no, it's
I have a lot of
accurate.
beef
I'll
with
embrace
that
every
sort of-
American stereotype because they're all true. All of them.
Mhm.
People in this country only eat hamburgers every day. Everyone has a failed relationship and a trans daughter.
Okay.
I think that's true. That's true.
That is true. I live
On
here.
average, that's
I
true.
would know.
On average,
You
that's
do know that
very
that's not
true.
the American stereotypes that us Europeans talk about, right?
That's well, they're fat too. That's the big one. They're fat.
No,
Americans are fat.
You're doing the fun lean.
If you
You're
take
always
okay,
on
if
the
I
point.
take a girl on a date, an American girl on a date, a proper date to In-N-Out, and we're in my car and she eats more than me, that's the American stereotype. That's it right there.
that's not. That's not.
We
that's
have to
not-
do the French lean afterwards for it to be a
there?
real date.
She eats more than you. What's the problem?
We talk about the drug epidemic a lot.
Yeah, the
You
fent
know.
lean.
Yeah,
The
dating an
fucking-
American girl
the
is
zombie
having to order 2
fucking-
drinks for
the
her
zombie
because
town.
she's a fat ass and 1 drink for
Right.
you. That's the American
You're
experience.
Oh my God.
You're an absolute cut.
Well, she needs to be more drunk if you want to have sex with her.
Yeah,
if
well,
she
I
has a
I
really
wouldn't go near. If you were women, I would literally.
That's why when I'm around women, I don't talk, so they don't know what kind of guy I am.
I would never go near. I wouldn't buy any of you a drink. Well, actually, I would actually buy
I
a
would
couple of you a
never
drink.
drink something that you handed me, so don't worry.
Dog,
yeah.
guys,
yeah.
Chad wants what Chad gets. Chad gets what Chad wants.
American
What if
girls
she
are.
has
thing I've
a
heard all
really
night.
what if she has a really fast metabolism? She eats a lot, but she's
Yeah, well, she
really
clearly doesn't because she's fat, right?
Well, then she's even more expensive.
Now, if she's skinny and she wants to eat as much as she wants, that's totally fine. But the problem is that she's fat.
Comments from the women here.
Well, you just give her
So
a,
coming back to
give her a good
What are you
old dose of
talking about?
Ozempic.
I just
We're all on
I just got
Ozempic
rid of it.
now.
No. This is not even like a funny story. This is a real thing. I
I'm
got
not joking.
I got rid of a girl named Catherine, and she would eat powdered donuts and Diet Coke for breakfast. And I told her because she kept calling my phone. She goes, "Pick up, or I'm gonna go over there and I'm gonna whatever. I'm gonna like knock on your door." And I go, "Look, I know you're on probation, and I will get a restraining order if you don't leave me the fuck alone." But this girl would have powdered donuts for breakfast with like a Monster or like what are those dumb drinks called? The Nas. She would have a Nas and a powdered donuts for breakfast. If that's not American,
What's
then I don't know
wrong
what
with
is.
that?
You know,
But what if
What's
your
wrong with it?
future
You
what
gotta
if your
feed the girl.
future what if your future wife, becomes a little more curvy after she has a kid? A lot of women, their body changes.
Well,
Are you gonna dump her?
anybody that tells you that marriage is still worth it is on crack. Marriage is not worth it for anyone. I would never get
So are
married.
you gonna dump? Are you gonna
Imagine
dump?
A
being on
marriage,
crack is what you
and
question.
especially an American one.
Talking about
I would marry a nice
Okay, well,
Swede
you're-
girl.
American
I would marry a
versus
nice
Japanese
Swede girl,
engineering.
nice proper 6'1" thigh gap having Swede girl. That's where it's at. But you're
Listen,
talking
this
about.
war
I would
on
never.
information,
But
this
I would
red
never.
pill fucking look maxing.
But I would never
South
date an
America.
American.
no, man. Frat guy got it. Frat guy knows what he's talking
Yeah,
about.
no, I do.
Yeah,
I do
frat
know.
guy is honestly like the smartest.
Frat guy, I have a question.
I would
for you.
never
After
date. I would
60.
never marry an American girl. I'd rather put a Glock in my mouth.
But if it's the love of your life, even though
He
you're not
doesn't believe
married,
in
it's
love.
not. Okay, well, somebody you've been with for a long time and you have a great relationship with, and she gains weight because she's aging, she's a woman, and women's body is different from males' bodies. You're gonna
Yeah.
dump her because she's not a sinner when she
Women
was
won't be
18.
in a room with her for more than 10 minutes.
on her
and then have
18th
a
birthday,
conversation.
on her 18th birthday, I would buy her a gym membership.
Yeah, I believe.
Bro,
No,
like
no.
wait, you
That's
want
why
your
we live
woman?
in though, right?
During
You only date
pregnancy,
women.
I like women who are young,
Or
skinny, fertile, malleable,
Sexy.
submissive,
Right. So, frat guy, I have a question.
agreeable,
Wait. Yes,
manipulatable,
Listen, let
If I gave you
the females
$50,000,
fawn off
fertile,
the fucking,
skinny, tall,
Mr. Frat here. Let him do
Why
his
Why
delicate,
tall?
fragile.
Why
So
tall?
true.
Why is 6 foot? 6 foot is kind of a
Why
really
not
high.
6'7"?
Because
Why
they
not
care.
That's
6'7"?
He's short as hell, I
It's
know.
fine.
Because
He's
they
like
care
not
Let the
about.
even
No,
females
I know.
gush
Because
over the
they care
fucking
about having
fat
tall
Why
kids. They want to have tall
6 foot?
kids. I have to make up for the
Hmm.
Mexican genetics by dating a tall Swede.
Listen, can you hurry up and get the feet pic already?
Yes.
You should
Yeah.
date me.
Well,
You should date me
as
then.
as
And
pale as
Sasha, I
I
have a
as
question.
pale as
Sorry, the frat
unhealthy
guy,
as I
have a
look,
question for
I'm
you.
Mexican, so I have to date a tall Swede to make up
So,
for those
frat guy, I have
genes.
a question
I
for
want a
you.
tall kid. What's up?
So, frat guy, I have a question for you. Okay, your budget's
Honestly.
50K. Would you rather buy a Chinese EV or a German fossil fuel car
A German
for the
what?
next 20 years?
A German what?
That's
Chinese,
such a good date.
German fossil fuel, like petrol or a
I would
diesel
rather
car
get a German fossil fuel
for the
car. I
next
don't like
20 years.
I don't like the idea of charging my car like my
Yeah.
phone. I would get a German fossil fuel car. I
The
don't like
next 20
I don't like
years.
the idea of waiting outside of a mall for my car to charge in 50 minutes while I'm arguing with my wife in the car. That's not interesting to me. I prefer a fossil fuel car.
Chinese EVs can charge in 40 seconds.
Then I'll
We're
take
not
the
allowed to
electric
From
have
car.
0
those
to
in the
100.
US.
This is how I know
Then
you
I'll
guys
take
are
then I'll take the
yeah,
electric car. I'll
exactly.
take the electric car. I'll take the electric
Wait,
car.
a frat
Doesn't
guy?
matter if it's
I'm
Chinese or
having,
German.
Well,
I'm
it's got to
having
be
a hard
good.
time imagining. Oh, sorry.
I'd have a heart attack. Just
Listen, just go
It's
in
got to be
right
good.
and we'll tell
If
you
it's a
about
good
it.
electric car, then let's go. Yeah, that's
We'll
fine.
sell you a fucking
But you know what the
Corsica
thing
with
about
it.
infrastructure? There's no infrastructure for the electric vehicles though. Besides California, there's no infrastructure for it. Where am I going to charge the thing?
Massachusetts has it.
What if we go on a road trip out into the middle of woods and I can't charge my car? That's
In
ridiculous.
the woods, a road trip.
Yeah. You don't go to road trips in the woods after you kill your wife.
what a calamity. And like,
Oh, it's a short
it
trip.
wouldn't
Not
have worked
yet.
in it. If
But what
anything,
you're
it's not
saying
like
is don't take an
fancy if
electric
you're,
car? Okay.
you know, if you have
Well,
a very good girl.
well, I'm never gonna go. I'm
best
never gonna
family.
go like backpacking. I hate it. I hate hiking, but I pretend to like it. So I like the idea of it. I want to be able to, if I choose to. I want to be able to. That's the idea.
Hiking is racist, you know?
Well, it's stupid. It's stupid. You're gonna go strand yourself on a mountain for free? Why?
For
You ever
free.
meet a girl and they go, "We should go on a hiking date," and you go, "For what? What are you gonna try to kill me?"
I would never go on a hiking date. That's how they kill you and leave
Yeah,
you.
yeah. No, I feel the same way.
Why
But the
would you
girl,
ever go in the middle of nowhere on a date with someone you barely
yeah,
know?
I feel the
That's
same way.
stupid.
Yeah, but it's every
Push you off the cliff.
good.
Kill me, which is
Well, but the majority of women do.
experience.
The majority of women do have fantasies about getting killed, though. So it might turn them on if it's the right guy. It's got to be the right
Wait,
guy.
so
More than
earlier
they
it was
have about
fantasies of
rape.
getting raped.
Yeah, women.
Rape and killed.
If you look at the top 20
taken to
selling
the
books on
Mount Everest as
Amazon,
my hiking trip.
if you look at the top 20 selling books on Amazon, it's all about women getting killed, shot, raped, followed, harassed. But it has to be by the
People
right
still
guy.
like books.
I'm not sure about the being killed part, but
Me
not sure
too.
about
They're,
that.
they're
The
all
rape
obs-
one's okay.
they're all
The
obsessed
being,
with.
yeah, rape
everything else is
fantasies
okay.
are common, but dying.
Just say it out loud, why don't you?
Yeah, the ropes, the
Rape
chains, the whips,
fantasies
right?
are very common.
The chains, the ropes, the whips, the tasers.
I'm having a hard time imagining a 6'1" woman being submissive though. Like even if she kneels at your feet, she'll still be taller than you.
It's
Like
worse than
I
you
don't
can
know.
possibly
You know,
imagine.
have you haven't seen a 6'5" tall burly lineman who just wants to be loved by his goth mommy e-girl? If you
Oh,
can't
I
imagine
have.
that,
Oh
why
god.
can't
I've
you
had
imagine a
that
6'1"
relationship. That was
woman like wanting to like have the same thing? Is it because she's
Well,
6'1" you POS?
here's
6'1"
the
women
part I
get love
failed to
too.
mention. The 6'1" girl that I'm attracted to doesn't know that I'm also a 5'9" lying LARPing guy who's stuffing socks into his shoes. I stuff socks into my Air Forces so I could be 6 feet tall. She thinks I'm 6 feet. I'm actually 5'9", but I'm tiptoe maxing. I'm vantage point maxing. I'm stuffing socks into my shoes maxing.
Yeah,
And
genuinely, yeah, Frat, I agree. You got vantage point max, and you got like, and then every time you walk around her with your like 3-inch Air Forces, right? You never like take them off until you're in the
Yeah.
bed with her.
yeah,
Alright, then she
exactly.
never knows this.
Exactly, yeah. So the idea is when you have to wake up next to your wife, which I couldn't imagine ever doing. I usually get tired of women after 3 days. You wake up and you let her get out of bed and go to her, you set her like a hair salon appointment or something, send her out, and then you put your platforms back on. That's how that works. You go water the garden or something, take care of that. And then,
just change the
No,
locks.
To even do it better, right? It's like you'll have like slippers, but the slippers have height boosters next to you. So you just like put on your slippers as you walk out,
Yeah.
and she'll never know. She's like, that's
Yeah,
a
exactly.
routine. It's just discipline.
Yeah, 100%. And women are clueless. I mean, they're clueless. But let me say this as well, right? So if you're a girl, how do you really let yourself get fucked? I mean, is that not, how is it enjoyable? You ever wonder that? Because if I was a girl, like, I don't think I would suck dick. I think that's the one exception I would
Just
make.
letting you know, frat guy, this is boring.
I'd be
Yeah,
like,
it can.
when I tell when I tell a girl you want to blow me and she goes no I don't suck dick, I understand that. I think those are the rational ones. The rational girls are the
No,
ones
but
who don't suck dick.
That's not okay. Actually, never mind. It's fine. I'll tell you another time. It's fine.
Just send it a private message already. God damn it.
There can be.
It's fine, Rosie. We know. It's okay.
Okay.
What do you enjoy about
Rosie's just dying for garbage
women-
conversations.
Okay, some women
Rosie.
discover. I'm talking. I'm talking.
Women, but not me.
Some
I
women
was
discover.
too.
Bro, shut the fuck
Yeah.
up! Jesus Christ. Oh, okay. Some women discover a G spot in their throat. That's all I was gonna say.
What?
Is that what you wanted to fucking
I was
be?
trying.
No,
I
yeah,
was
yeah,
trying.
Rosie,
I know
Rosie,
this is
Rosie,
ridiculous. I was trying to tell you.
I think
It's
it's
like, I was trying
propaganda
to
that
tell
you've been
you,
fed.
don't
I
tell.
didn't say I was not gonna say because
See, this is the black pill, right? So like guys will be like, Rosie, you can't say this, and then proceed to treat her like uneducated cattle, right? Versus like the Chad, right? Chad's like, I don't care what you say, just get out of your chest, right? So this is like a horrible reality we're all
in the
living
middle
in.
ground there.
How is it horrible?
Bro, what the hell are you
How is
talking
it
about? What the hell?
Your
horrible?
head on the way down
Your
now.
cattle versus
You're
a
just not
strategic
skilled enough. That's all. You're just not
proposition.
skilled
Yeah,
enough.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Your superficial fucking talking points are so deep, bro. Let's go.
You're either a cow or you're a part of my strategic big
Yeah, I was trying to tell you, Rosie, don't tell him he's just a virgin. He doesn't
Goodness me.
Oh my
understand
bad.
women. That's what I was
I
trying to tell
did.
you.
I understand. Well, I hope I opened your horizons. You know, and freed your mind. There you go.
Rosie, you're the
No,
mature
probably not.
woman
He
that
probably
he
just
needs in
won't
his
believe
life.
you.
Ah, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
You can
That makes
fix
sense.
him.
Yeah, save him.
Wait, what?
You
Save
can
him.
fix him.
Yeah, you can be the mother he's never had.
No, bro.
Yeah.
What the heck?
He just needs a good mom, and you can do it.
No, I'm not into that. Sorry. Not my thing.